Scott Morgan here, Michigan Sports Radio. Joining me is Coach Bill Breen. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
You bet. First time here. Coach, let us know. You are the coach of the Coopersville wrestling team. Kind of give us the audience a little bit about you and where your experiences in wrestling.
This is my second year as head coach here. I started off actually as a wrestler from Sparta, which is now a rival. Once we can get up and compete with them. But so I did a little bit of time there, and then I moved into at Central 1 year with the club. But I found my niche in helping out other programs, and I was better as a coach than I was an athlete. So I spent some time there during college helping shepherd in Morley. When I got my first job at Greenville, I was the assistant coach for Paul Johnson there. Paul has taught me a lot, probably will be a future Hall of Famer. And I spent 10 years under him until 2 years ago when I made the quest over here and started my journey to see how well I can do as a head myself.
What are you looking or hoping to, get out of this season, for your group?
The biggest thing is I want our kids to compete. Coopersville's not a wrestling town right now. And I want to change that. I want to change that mindset. When I got here 2 years ago, our summer workouts had 5 kids. We started the year with 7 kids. Slowly we got up to 15 last year. But so many times we were out of the duel before it began because we were giving up 4 or 5 weights. I really want our kids to be able to experience the joy of success and their hard work. So the biggest thing I want our kids to get out of this is that with hard work they can be successful, and that wrestling is a sport that they can be proud of, and that the community can be proud of their athletes, their student athletes that do wear Coopersville wrestling.
Wonderful. Who is going to be in the OK Blue Conference? Who's the biggest one that you're going to be looking at?
As far, in all honesty, our mindset is just getting better within ourselves.
There you go.
The OK Blue it's tough. It's going to be tough every year. Sparta, Allendale, Comstock Park, all have traditions. They are traditionally successful programs. Grand Rapids Catholic Central has come on strong in the past 5-6 years. So to say who's the best, that's going to be figured out between a lot of them. Our goal this year is to get in that mix and make sure that they know who we are and that they can no longer just say, oh yeah, we have Coop this week.
How many classes wrestle?
As far as how many weight classes are there?
Weight classes are there?
We have 14 weight classes, starting with 103 and then going up to heavyweight, which is 285. So, for example, last year when we're giving up 4 weights, we're already giving up 24 points.
Okay.
So right there, we're looking at if we lose 3 more matches, the duel's over. And the good thing about this year is we've been able to get our numbers up a little bit. We're sitting around 24, 25, and it looks like we'll have a full lineup. We will not be voiding, which hopefully can then turn a few of those losses we had last year into wins this year.
Well, there you go. That's a good news to hear. And then kudos to you in gaining those numbers. Where do you go and how do you get that to happen?
Really, it's school. We're very, very young. About 5 or 6 years ago, I believe, they canceled our middle school program. When they canceled that middle school program, you lost the middle portion between our youth and our high school. So rebuilding on that, a lot of our veterans, our seniors, don't have a lot of experience. So we just go to the halls. Me being a teacher, I think has been the biggest thing. And every kid I see, I don't care how big, how small, I just tell them that wrestling will make you a better athlete. If you love football, I'll make you a better football player. You love track, I'll make you a better track. The only thing I can't fight against basketball because we're the same same season. But and kids like to work. And they come out here, and I don't know what keeps them here, but they're enjoying it. I'm enjoying having them, and I think the promise that I make to them is I will work just as hard as you will to make you better.
Wonderful. That's excellent job. And again, you kind of look at Lowell, and with the wrestling program matching, just falls right in line with wrestling. I know I've talked with Coach Kamen, during the fall season, and that's one of the things that he's kind of pushing his people to, if to do a sport, to kind of keep working. And wrestling does fall in that with footwork as well as hands for linemen. It's a definite build upon and makes it a well-rounded student. At the same point in time, you're looking to build your program up. What does Coach Breen want the athletes to know at the end of the season?
I want them to know that if they believe in themselves and they stay in this program, that they'll be a champion. It might not be record-wise, it might not be trophy-wise, but the skills and the effort and the adversity that they'll go through during the wrestling season is something that, it takes a lot of grit, takes a lot of guts. And for them to achieve that and them to stand at the end of the season and say, I did the best I can, that's the mark of a true champion. That's the mark of a young athlete that's going to make a great impact in society when he's older.
Folks, I couldn't say it any better than what he just did there. Coach, I want to thank you for taking the time out here and wish you the best of luck throughout your season. Like I said, we'll be checking in with you and keeping up with this young group and wish them all the best of luck. Thanks again for taking the time out of your busy schedule.
Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.